Welcome back, everybody. Empyrion has released Alpha 12.3. This is the last patch version before they leave early access, which is going to be the 5th of August. So, but one of the big things they've done is in okay, where'd it go? I think it's a lot further down, isn't it? Power vessel. There we are. Okay. The drill module laser, which was one of my pet peeves, has been added to your small vessels. You've got container controller for ore and wood now, and the module for laser mining asteroids. It used to be you could only laser mine asteroids with capital vessels, and it's been a pet peeve of mine for a while. So, they've added it to the small vessels. Unfortunately, there's no way we're going to be able to do it. Let's go ahead and see what it's going to take to do that stuff. Oh, and I checked before I came on. We're still doing a little bit of growing. None of this stuff is quite yet ready for harvest. It will be shortly, though. Oh. Where do we have it, folks? There it is. Top up our air. So, we're going to isolate it down to small vessels. It's going to be weapons and stuff. Here's the module. It takes 380 CPU. So 380 for that. $15 for that. Let's go ahead and pull out the notebook. We've got 15 for the ore and wood. CPU 15 per extension. Okay, the ore and wood is 125 SU. 125 SU. And then what was it for? This is 380. Okay, so it would take go around the back of the ship here. So I'm not too sure where we'd even put that. Because I'm fairly partial to not taking out either of those. So if we like 1, 2, 3. Okay, those projectors are going over there. I'm not sure where these projectors are hitting these at from. Oh well. Those projectors I know are doing those two things. I don't know where the projectors are shooting these from. I'm not going to take any more time up. 380. We would be able to get a decent amount with the laser turrets. Especially if I go and take those 3 boxes out and go and put the controller and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, that's 600, 725. It'd be only 725 volume. I believe is the way that would work out. That's not very much. So maybe come out 2 or 3 right there. But then where would I want to mount the things? I don't think I'd want to do that here. I could do it with this ship, but I don't think I want to. Another thing that was shown in the notes is they have added some new NPCs. That's not what I'm looking for. Ooh, they've updated the abandoned reactor. They've added new crashed vessel, is what I was looking for. So, let's go ahead and take off, go due north, and check out what we have in the area. How is our... Ooh, we need ammos. So what I'm going to do is this one first. 10 of those. 20 of those. They come over here. Actually, before we go that far, I'm going to need to start making some auto miner cores here pretty soon too. Okay, I do not believe... I'm going to say I don't have any, so we are going to go ahead and do it. Boop, boop, boop. We're going to make up some cores. And we're going to do that so we can take over some more bases. Now, while that's running, why is my ramp down? Yeah, visual glitch again. There we go. And go back to what I was going to do. Getting there. Oh, we got our veggies. And we got some berries. Do we have aloe yet? Nope, still growing. Alright, so... what kind of... Only 8 spice right now. Actually, we'll go ahead and throw that down this way. And I'm putting that over there. Oh. Button, mouse hit something. Alright. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so... 142, we don't need that. Takes 1 spice. We'll go ahead and make up 2 of these. Ooh. We'll make 1 of these. I want some mushrooms to be made. We got vegetables. We need fruit. Those are fruit trees. So the first spawn of round of that, we'll get some more. We don't need the pumpkins, wheat, aloe, plant proteins, grain, vegetables, sweetener, and and vegetables. Okay, we don't need any of that stuff. The goal is to get this. This is plenty large enough. Oh, almost. This is more than enough garden area to supply everything we need for food, because this takes no meat. The ratatouille takes no meat, and you can fill yourself up pretty quick with just this one. And then this does take meat, unfortunately, but this is one of the best food things to have because it does not perish. So you can carry that on your person. It just takes up one slot. All right. What we have here, oxygen isn't real high. Because we don't have it set up. We haven't put the shield in place yet. Oh yeah, that's where we're at. We're over here at the Elder's Tomb. That's right. Didn't go back to the base. So we're at the Elder's Tomb right now. No, that's not where I want my camera. Oh well, that's going to be where it's going to put it. We're down here. We're not by the base. So let's go back to the south. We've got a little bit of Xerox over here, but we'll come back over this area, and we're just going to start clearing out some more of the blacked off areas. Got a drone, little minigun drone there. Okay, one more block. Do a pulse wave. Level ourselves out. What are we looking at? Need to go just a little more this way, because we will clear 3 blocks as we fly. And we keep honking and looking around at what we've got. We've got resources, but what we're looking for are the question marks to it. Those are the ruins. These are all matched. The ruined landing pad, the ruins, they're already in our mapping system, so they'll show up like that. But you got to get fairly close. We want white question marks like we have the red ones back there. Okay, so nothing going on there. We'll go back to the north a little, pretty much due north. Oh, come on, give me that one mark. Until we're right about here, and then I'll come back through this area. And I'm basically wanting to clear off all the black, so I'm hoping to get at least one more. Oh, that's what's doing it. I think I'm gonna have to go back to down a little bit. Yeah. That menu is brought up by the N button. And of course, N is right next to M, so when I went to close the map, button must have clicked that one also. We've got all of that stuff mapped out already. I'm not looking at doing a whole lot through here. We should have at least a couple more crashed items that we can loot on this planet. Abandoned mine. Did we already clear that? Got some resources we'll be getting. The DSC back and stuff will go after when I actually feel like I'm going to go and do a bunch of game time. Because that's part of the storyline. There's something we're looking for. That's something we want right there. There's a pole trading station. Actually, this purplish one's not going to give us a whole lot because it's going to be the storyline with the Talon. So I don't think it's going to be something we're actually after, but that white one might be. But we're getting some nice experience by picking these things all up. No, that's not the one I thought it was going to be. Or is this the one they changed the building look? I think this is the one they changed the building look a little bit on it. But we'll go ahead and take a look. We'll go over to that question mark directly ahead of us here in a minute. I believe that is what they changed that over to. Alright, aloe vera is done. Oh, this is natural stimulant. Oh. Still growing. Alright, so we need some fruit. Alright. Bring this stuff down here. Why didn't that make up? Oh, sure, I asked for 4 of these. I mean, 3 of those, not just 2. Interesting. Actually, shut this down. I worry about power more than I should at this stage of the game because I'm just so used to keep myself heavily protected. I'm ammoing up a lot more than I would need in here. This is a legacy building, so I doubt I'd be able to change the core out on it, so I'm not bringing a core along. Yeah. This is the new design of what used to be a long, tall, flat one. That used to not have anything in it. So, come over here. This gives you some info. Okay, so there's something. Oh, that's because the tower went active. Not seeing anything else of interest here. This is a quest, part of a quest line. Instead of going and using up all my ammo, shooting at a building I'm not going to get blown up. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Go in that general area if I remember right. This is probably going to be a crashed vessel. And now that I've got this ship going, it's not as fast. Okay. There we go. Now it's showing back up again. Keep it running. Now, if we hadn't gotten it all, there's a lot of stuff we can get on this crash area in the way of planner items. Okay, 8. We're going to go ahead and do this one. Ooh, C4, nice. Actually, before we go any further, I'm going to do this. If I remember right. Nope, I don't remember right. I thought there was a turret right there. Let's turn that off because I goofed. Don't need that. Alright. Load up on all this. I think we'll be able to get some O2 here. Oh yeah. It's going to be a lot of O2. There's one of our turrets. These are the nice locations to go to when you're fresh into the game, if you happen to just come across them, because you get a lot of material. Even if you have to take your time and use the survival tool. There's a whole lot of things you can get out of these. The one thing I would strongly suggest is my inventory's full, they say. Why this is going into inventory instead of going straight into there, I'm not 100%. Maybe I do need to have it set that way. There we go. Okay, that's not an issue. But you get a lot of higher end materials. That you're going to want. Okay. To make your first ships and things like that. So I really like finding these kind of things early on. Just purely for the loot you can get out of them. You can dig out here, and there's usually, if I remember right, some stuff down in that. I'm not going to bother with it. Nothing in... I've never found anything in armor lockers. That particular thing. But it's nice how... I'm going to go straight to the fridge with this stuff. These... Now I'm going to have to go and... Alright. Didn't have anything move over there. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure there's probably some more motors and other things I could go after. This right here, some of the longest things to get are things like this, because you need advanced to get steel growing plots. If you had a core, if you changed the core out on this ship and you did this here, majority of these blocks, instead of getting all the components for them, you would actually get the blocks. So that would allow you to get the steel growing plots before you make an advanced constructor. To build stuff like the capital vessel we're running around in right now. I'm just doing this mainly for the nutrient stuff. Because it's easier just to clear these out this way than gather all the materials you need to make the nutrient solution. Because you need so much of the spoiled food type items. Okay, we are done with this facility. What have we got here? Okay, we are over here. And we could go and completely clean this place out, get a bunch of metals and things like that if we really, really wanted to. But I'm not going to worry about them right now. Still growing. Man, those are some long-growing plants. All that stuff was planted about the same time. And let's go ahead and munch down on that. Yep, cleared. And then where was the next place? I think it was this way. Yep. Ooh, this would be a promethium deposit over this way here. Yep. Pretty much always have rocket drones or promethium. Promethium. I'm going to go ahead and go over that also here pretty soon. Oh, it's a broken radar. There's really not a whole lot to the broken radar facilities. Since it's so close, we'll go ahead and discover all this stuff. Since it's nice and easy experience points. I think, no, we need to go a lot more north. By the looks of it, we don't have a whole lot left on this planet to explore. I'm not getting much on the scan anymore either. Wait a minute. Let's take a look at that abandoned mine. Okay, it's whited out instead of being red. I'm pretty sure we have cleared that out. But they did also just redo it. We might not have done this one. Hey, look at that. We got trees in the... Oh, I love when that stuff happens. So what I generally do is I'll just go ahead and clear some of that stuff out. There, that cleared that up. It's just a pet peeve of mine. I don't like having stuff coming through my ship. And we'll know pretty quickly if we've gone through this one. Yeah, we've been through here. That's one of my exit tunnels. Yeah. But what we can do is come on, give me the other one. There we go. Wayfarer. Generally, I don't care about where I put them. That's good enough. And by this, There we go. We were able to get close enough to get 4 of them going. And you put the core in here, you can go through every one of the cargo boxes and make sure you've got everything. The only ones that don't show up here are the alien ones, which have the better loot. Looks like I did get everything out of this place. So that was a wasted core there. By the looks of things, I was just going to hit a couple more of these. And if nothing comes up, yeah. No, we got it. I'm going to call it. We're good. And it's not too hard to set one of these kind of bases up for your base. It's not hard to do at all. The biggest issue is if you're running weights and measures, computers, and stuff like that, you're overpowered. Or I should say you're underpowered right away. So you need to make several power plants and turn them all on, put them all in place at the same time and stuff like that, so they get blown up. Yeah, we got spice. We don't have sweeteners yet. Okay. All right. So, what I'm actually thinking about right now is small vessel. And I'm going to go through the mercs. And unfortunately, I don't know all of his ships good enough to know them by sight and which ones have the best room. What I probably should do, I think I'm going to pause this video and try to come up with a good small vessel mining ship. Now, this is what we're running right now. I could make another one of these, upgrade it, and instead of having it as a weapons platform with a lot of shielding, make it a small vessel miner. And what that would basically do, instead of $10,000 device container controller, I would swap that over to ore and wood. and it would be 10,000 ore. And doing asteroid mining and stuff like that, that's a pretty good chunk of materials bringing back to the base. We're doing pretty good on most of this stuff. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and see if anyone's put in the workshop a small vessel miner yet. And I'll bring you folks back in a bit. Okay, I brought a ship in. The only one I saw, it's from an individual I haven't used before. None of my favorite workshop people have made anything yet with these new mining lasers. It's level 10. Not very component heavy. We need some cobalt, neodymium. Ooh, we're a little low on the neodymium. How much did I need? We got a bunch of these. Let's put those. Are they neodymium? Yes, they are. Iron. Ooh, Zacidus erustrium. Those things are going to get me. I'm going to need to get some of this stuff here, I think. Yeah, we'll just go that way. We've got a lot of iron. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. So that gives me both of those, but I'm not going to have enough. Silicon, copper, and carbon substrate. So restroom and zirconium. Okay, we've got sweetener. We already harvested the spice. This stuff grows pretty darn quick. Once they've matured, that plant, the herbal, grows pretty fast for us. Alright, so let's go ahead. We never turn these guys back off. Oops. Yeah. We need that. Okay. Gonna have to go out and do a bunch of mining. First, shut this off. Shut this one off. Let's look at info panel. That doesn't look like the right type of stuff. Oh, come on. Iron, copper, neodymium. Yeah, we're not going to get the right stuff out of that place. Okay, that's just the Kai moon sectors. It's not telling me anything on the planet. I'm not seeing the right stuff there. How is it? Okay, there's neodymium. I liked it a lot better when the resources were by name. Because that copper doesn't look like copper to me. And we've got neodymium, but we don't have the zirconium that we need. You know, we've got a lot of the other things. You know, we've got the neodymium we're going to need. Like, but where the heck is the zirconium? Okay. It's just telling me, is it just because it's telling me the space? That's asteroid field. Yeah, this is just telling me the orbit around the planet. So I'm going to go ahead and launch us because without those two items, I'm not going to be able to make my miner. 11 blocks wide, 6 high, 6 deep. 6 wide, 15 deep. All else fails, that will have to be on the top of my ship. But we'll go ahead and I'm going to work at getting that done. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I know where we might be able to pick up some of this. That's the Cobalt asteroid. Get into space here. Come on, load me into space. There we go. Planetary remnant. Hopefully I don't go and fly by the wrong kind of a place. So what I'm going to do is come over to the planetary remnant, because that has a lot of the stuff we need on it. And the whole thing I want to do is just bring that up. I'll gather this stuff up, and then I'm going to end this video here. I'll get all the materials, build that ship, and we'll take a look and see how that ship looks. I'll see y'all after a bit.